I'm doing great. How negative is that?
You think you're doing great?
How negative is it?
You think you're doing great? Then you. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? What am I doing here? You think you're doing great?
I wanted you to help me see.
You think you're doing great. You're not willing to budge on anything. You're not willing to sacrifice anything. You're continuing your ambition to stupidity and being defensive about everything, thinking your experiences have been actually worth it. You're not learning shit. You're not doing shit. You're a failure, and you're disgusting as a human being, making $250,000 a year. Other people can only dream of that, and yet you're destroying it. You're throwing it away, and you're milking the system. You're going to use bankruptcy as a legal fucking offering that is there to actually help people, but you just lived up life and you're just gonna throw it away, abuse the system. Look at all bullshit spending, ladies and gentlemen, all bullshit spending. The Hampton Social, die. All bullshit spending. Look at guys, look at all this.
Can't be that bad.
Shut the fuck up. I'm done. Look at all this. Bull Queen, you. Monarch, you. Monarch, especially, you. Dollar-wise is better. You. All this bullshit. All this bullshit.
Okay.
All this bullshit. Look, guys, just look at all this. Is what a joke. What a joke.
What is that, Wealthfront?
What a joke. Shut up. StubHub, just die. Look at all, guys. All this, instead of actually paying her mortgage, she deserves to lose the house. I hope they take it from her. All this bullshit. She's not willing to change anything. All this bullshit. Spa, you. Look at that. Smoking vape. All this bullshit, guys. Another whole page. Nordstrom, you. Die. Car wash, you. Die. Uber Eats, die. Die. Die.
These are great.
Oh, it keeps going.
If I was dating someone, maybe he'd cover the food.
This is so fucking stupid. Look at all this bullshit. Look at all this stupid Nordstrom.
I had to look good for work. I had to fly to San Francisco.
50,000 a Roth IRA at 60.
That's
at
not
your
bad.
income scale is disgusting. You are so far behind. You're so and you're not willing to sacrifice. And there is no point of me continuing this conversation or doing anything. Okay? Because you're just fucking done. You have no hope. You're a failure. You disgust me as a human being. I hope you do better. Good the fuck luck. I hope you, whatever.
This lady right here is a perfect example of money not being the answer for a lot of people, right? Most people think, hey, if I just make more money, everything will be better. All of my financial troubles will go away. But this is a perfect example of that not always being the case. She makes over $250,000 a year, and she's on Caleb Palmer's podcast, Financial Audit, because she's struggling financially. That makes absolutely no sense. There's no reason why anybody making six figures, I don't care if it's even $100,000, should be broke. That's my thoughts. I'm going to get deeper into it. But while I do that, please get in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on what you just witnessed. And, Caleb crashing out as he does. Feel free to get in the comments and share your thoughts. This is the daily alarm, and we got to ring the alarm on people like this who are in a position that is so much better than other people, and they are still struggling. That's how you know it's not a money issue. It goes way deeper below the surface than money. And this is why people that are broke can be making six figures and making way less than that and be struggling. Why? It's all because of poor spending and money management. This woman was spending all of that money on vaping and smoking and clothes and food and random stuff when she's not even paying her mortgage. That is insane for somebody to have racked up all of those charges and they're still in debt. The fact that she only has, what did he say, about $60,000 or $50,000 in her Roth and in her 401k? That's crazy. That is absolutely insane. If you make $250,000, $250,000 a year, and you ain't even got six figures in your investment accounts, your retirement accounts, like, you doing something really wrong. And it all boils down to, we live in this society of being consumers. Just consume. And what happens is people often will begin to overspend. And my method for avoiding this is the fact that you cannot properly manage something that you're not measuring and tracking. I think the biggest issue not only is the overspending, but it's the fact that a lot of people just do not even know what their current financial situation is because they never take the time to track it, to look at it, to measure it. When was the last time that you looked at your bank statements, like really went through and like analyzed what did I buy? How much did I spend on, food? How much did I spend on leisure? How much did you spend on utilities? Like, if you don't know like the percentages and how that breaks down on a month-to-month basis, there's room for you to improve right there, because you can't fix your financial situation until you are aware of what it currently looks like. And for many of these people that come on Kayla's podcast, this is the first time that they're ever really taking a look at their finances. What he's doing is simply what everybody should be doing. Like, he's doing nothing really special other than going through and reviewing people's spending habits and giving them the most simple, basic advice that many people just fail to ignore, which is spend less, save more, make more money if it's possible for you to do so. And you'll be in a position to pay off your debts and eventually get to a place where you can start to make some investments, build up your retirement, and be in a really good financial position. So the one thing that I would advise anybody listening to this right now is don't be like a person like this. No matter how much money you're making right now, make it a commitment of yours to review your bank statements. Look at how much money you're spending every single month and cut back when you can. At the very least, start reviewing your statements so you can actually see this is how much money you spending on this. This is how much money you spending on your credit cards and how much debt you got. If you don't know what those things are, you can never change them. So just wanted to point that out and share that for those of you who are in a very similar position, whether you make that much money or not. It's a simple way to get out of it. And the first step is knowing where you currently are today. It's just like with directions. You can't go somewhere else if you don't know where the starting point is. Like, you can't track or get directions from point A to point B if you don't know what point A is. And point A financially is how much debt do you have? How much income do you have coming in? And how are you spending your money on a month-to-month basis? You need to know those things in order to put yourself in a better financial position. That's my take. Feel free to share yours in the comments if you haven't already. I'll catch you on the next episode of the Daily Alarm. Until then, I'm Jay. Stay blessed.